Good evening, you guys. Congratulations on investing in yourself to learn this amazing possibilities that generational emotional mapping can create for your family, for your office, or in your workplace. I am Shannon Morrison, and this is the heart of my message is to bring you this amazing protocol that has helped me get from where I used to be to where I am today. A little bit about my backstory is I was married to a narcissistic husband in a very abusive relationship. And 10 years ago, I decided to draw a line in the sand and really get back to loving myself, learning who I was, and creating the powerful future that I am creating in real time right now. And 4 years ago, I found this amazing protocol, got certified in it because it was profound on creating a completely different tool that I had. But when I went in with pain, I came out without pain, and I wanted to share this with the world. Pain and emotions, I truly feel are connected. And I went in and was able to relieve my shoulder pain that I had been carrying around for many, many years with one session of generational emotional mapping. So you're going to hear me call it GEM because this whole word is kind of a mouthful. So without further ado, let's get started. You'll learn a little bit more about me, my family, and learn a lot about how this protocol can help you help your people as well. Okay. Family is my inspiration. Like I said, I left my then husband more than 10 years ago. I have two amazing humans, Miss Naya and Courtney, and they are the reason that I worked on myself. They're the reason that I needed to find myself because I needed to be the powerful woman I wanted to show them that they could also be. Okay. Now I am remarried. I just got married June of 2022. If we're watching a replay, I don't know when it is, right? And I am a foster parent. So you see another human in here. We have a blended family, and I love all of them. So they are all an inspiration for me to provide this tool and do this webinar with you, because no matter who you're trying to serve, no matter who you're trying to help, this protocol is going to help all of you at the same time. So the powerfulness of GEM really is 90% of our story is already written in our subconscious. Okay. We really don't work a lot in our conscious way. And if you want to change this, you really have to get to the root of the issue so that you can reframe and regain yourself. So these are my humans. They're inspire me every single day to keep moving forward and create the powerful future for them as well as myself. So we don't get very many positive things in our day. We think about, we plug about, we work so hard, right? And at the end of the day, we might be exhausted. So I just wanted to pour goodness into you. Gratitude is a huge part of my life. So believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle you're going to come in contact with. No matter what, today is only 24 hours. Tomorrow is another opportunity to do something different with your life, to change something, to make even 1% difference than today. So I was looking into getting this webinar together, and the statistics are absolutely staggering. Depression and anxiety has risen in the last 2 years, almost 3, right? Very, very significantly. And this is both of them, depression and anxiety has raised from 8% to more than 30%, you guys. This is absolutely mind-blowing. We need to do something about it. And we need to be proactive and have a different approach, and maybe even just more tools in our toolbox. Okay, so we're going to talk about a holistic approach here with GEM and all of the goodness that goes along with it today. So what do you do when life gets chaotic, right? We have a lot on our plate. Our plate is full. Being females, entrepreneurs, the man of the house, the business owner, the whomever you are, you have a lot on your plate. And this is probably what things are going around in your head all day long, right? Money, work, kids, what did I do? Emails, text messages, getting back to these people. And what am I doing, right? And you're going in circles, and it feels like chaos. So what do you do when you get chaos, when you feel chaos? You get stressed out. Things may come out of your mouth that are not necessarily your words, right? Maybe even the words of your parents is what you say. I catch myself a lot like, wow, that might have been a little bit of my mom coming out there, right? So you really think about what you do in times of stress. Do you fight? Do you run away? Do you just freeze? Very important things to think about. This next question in this next slide is, do you want a Band-Aid to mask the problem? Or do you want to get to the root of the issue and fix it so that it actually doesn't occur again? Would you like to reframe your thought process when life hits you sideways? Well, if you say yes, you're nodding your head, then you are in the absolute right place, because we are going to get to the root of the issue in this webinar. We're going to be able to release it for good, not only for you, but for your children. Not only for your children, but all of the people above you that passed down these negative baggages to you that didn't resolve it, okay? So when you come in, you are going to release it for absolutely everybody in your family tree. Powerful, powerful. So who is driving your car? And I say this a lot. Who is driving your car? Because every day could be different. What are you reacting to? Did you have a fight with your significant other? Did you have an argument at work? Did something not come through? Is your car broken and there's no one answering the phone? There's a lot of things that drive our car every single day, and they may be changing. But you need to be driving your own car. So these are the things that might come up when you feel anxious or when you feel stressed out or your life around you is chaos. And am I right? Our life around us feels a little bit more like chaos all the time. We don't feel like we have control. And when we don't feel like we have control, then fear and anger and anxiousness and sadness, maybe even some guilt. And moreover, we feel unworthy because we're not accomplishing all the things we think we need to, because we're not going as fast as maybe somebody else is that we see, right? Everybody's story is different, but these are the feelings that most likely come up for you. These symptoms are today's history. Like I said, G.E.M therapy, you can identify who is driving your car, when they started driving your car, and what baggage are they carrying when they're coming to you, right? It's all repeat. History has repeated itself in real time right now. Goes for the same of the emotions that are driving what we're doing right now, or maybe even how we're reacting to what is going on around us, is most likely passed down into generation, just like a medical issue. And we come to this. I truly believe that your emotional wellness history is more important than your family medical history that you do fill out when you go to the doctor's office, right? What kind of traumas happened before today to you? Did you have surgery? Absolutely. Have you ever been in a car accident? Played in school? Did somebody make fun of you? Things happen all the time in your life, but they also happen to people above you, like your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandfather. Maybe he was in the war and had Agent Orange. That is also passed down in his DNA to everybody below him. These emotions and these traumatic events are passed down. And as they're passed down, if they're not resolved, they get bigger and bigger and bigger and harder to swallow, harder to stuff away, and they cause mental anguish and disease. So story time. This is my eldest daughter. And when we started learning about G.E.M and just the absolute profound effects that it has, I have learned so much from the resources that I have gained this last 10 years, you guys. It has actually been profound. But I do have some resources in here that I also use besides the G.E.M book. One of them is the Feelings Buried, Alive, Never Die by Carol Truman. And it has been amazing for me to grasp the different ages of growing up and the different things that we absorb and how that affects how we are and how we act and react as adults. Okay. Kind of like your ACE score. If you guys have been in the mental health field, maybe you're counselors or doctors or psychiatrists, or maybe you're foster parents and you know all about the ACE score. What is your ACE score? It's going to affect how you do life right now. It's going to affect how your kids do life right now based upon your ACE score. Does that make sense? So this is Naya. She does suffer from anxiousness and claustrophobia, just one thing. Okay. She's never liked small spaces. Personally, I have never liked small spaces. If I get locked somewhere or if I can't see my way out, I do like that is a high stress time. Like my palms get sweaty. It's kind of a big deal until I worked backwards with it with a therapist. It was profound. So I have an incubator here. And the reason that I have an incubator here is because Naya was born in an emergency C-section. She stopped breathing. And in about 7 minutes, I had a child from start to finish. It was absolutely crazy, absolutely fast and mind blowing for me, as probably for her too. So I was drugged up really quickly. Basically, I called it dumped and poured, right? And we went into the emergency room, we went into surgery room, and we had a baby in about 7 to 10 minutes. Okay. And she wasn't breathing. They intubated her. There was tons of nurses, tons of doctors, people scrambling, a lot of silence and just moving parts, right? And here I am strapped to the table, not able to see what's going on. But she was involved in this. This is what she felt like. All these people were over her, poking and prodding and slapping. Right? And then after all of that was over, they put her in a warmer. They had her on a heart monitor. They had her on oxygen. They had her on an O2 sat. They had all these things. And I live in a small town. So these incubators that they had are really small. Okay. So that was the start of her story. That was where she began. And she didn't feel like she had control. She didn't feel like she had space. There was no decision making, right? Something happened. She stopped breathing and everything else happened because of her reaction, right? And very strong today. I'm so very thankful that she survived this ordeal, but it has been a thing body in her brain for her entirety of her almost 21 years. Okay. Then as of late, the mind doesn't forget what the body tries to. Okay. And it is a book. It is an amazing book that tells real stories of real people and how their trauma affects them after time. So life does hit you sideways, and things that you may not remember happened to you, or things that you might not know about your foster kiddo or the people around you at work or other family members. And life may hit them sideways and it triggers an event. It triggers an anxiety or a fight or flight or a freeze or just, I got to get out of here. I don't even know what to do, right? Our brain takes over what our body can't deal with. And our brain tells us to get to safety, right? It is a self-preservation moment. This last year, my daughter was in a vehicle with a friend, and that friend was on the phone with her boyfriend. And this human was screaming profanities, was very, very loud, not even on speakerphone, and was saying things that were extremely disrespectful. And this rush of emotion, this rush of anxiety, scared, fright, fear. She was in a car and she was driving and she couldn't get out of the car fast enough, right? There was no way for her to get out of the situation because it was in her vehicle and this person was on the phone. And it caused this absolutely rush of all these emotions and brought her back to her young childhood. You guys, when my kids are 11 years ago, right? My kids were really young, 9 and 7. So we really didn't talk about why I got divorced. Domestic violence was the reason I got divorced, right? The abuse was overwhelming, and I finally took control of my own life, chose me and my 2 girls, and I got out of the situation. It took a long time to get to that point. I never discussed the outings of the situation, right? I just said, Mom and Dad don't get along, we're getting divorced. Nothing else was ever said. She doesn't remember it. She pushed it away, but her mind remembered as soon as that flood of emotions hit her from that situation, that memory was triggered. Okay, that she shoved away when she was a small child. So we may shove things, we may push them down, we may not even realize they're a thing because they might be passed down from somebody else, and they're going to be triggered when life hits us sideways. Now, when she got home, her whole entire affect was she was shaking. She couldn't hardly speak to me. She was crying. Her palms were sweaty. The fight and flight incidents, the cortisol level was still really high. And she had no idea before this incident that was going on in her home. Okay. So this is what the emotional DNA does. This is the intensity of our emotional DNA. So it is, I think, this is why I think it is so powerful, even more so sometimes in caring for other humans than their medical history. Okay. So our emotions are information carrying molecules that bind to and react with cell receptors. So they go into the cell, impacting function and behavior. So this is the fight or flight, right? So let's talk a bit about how that happens. So we're going to talk about the 3 different brains of our body. The 3 brains are the mind, the heart, and the gut. The 3 brains communicate with each other. They feed back and forth. Therefore, they influence our mind. Okay. This is from Dr. Carolyn Leaf, a neuroscientist. So the mind, obviously it's logic and intellect, but the subconscious, like we talked about before, the subconscious mind directs over 90% of our behavior, what we do, how we react, what we say, how we walk, right? Have you ever said something like, oh my gosh, they walk just like their father, like, oh my gosh, it looks like Uncle Joe right there walking, right? Subconsciously, it is in our DNA. About what we do in real consciousness is about a period in a senior thesis of when you're in college. That is what we do in our conscious mind on a daily basis, you guys. We do need our subconscious. It gets us to work when we're driving down the road and we're thinking about what we need to make for supper tonight, right? So we do need our subconscious. We don't want to think about having to breathe. We don't want to think about tying our shoes or getting in the car and opening a door. So those things that we've learned from childhood, repetition, we all have those, right? We all live in our subconscious because we don't have to think about it or relearn it every single day. So our subconscious is really powerful. We live a lot in our subconscious. Okay. So the mind holds all this logic and intellect. So the gut, your gut feeling. Have you ever been nauseous if you're stressed, or nauseous if you get under pressure for a job at work? Like you have this big presentation to go, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, my stomach is so queasy. I have to like, right? It's your gut feeling. 95% of your body's serotonin and your mood management, basically your happiness, is produced in the gut, So what you put in your body, right? The food, the nutrition, the coffee, the water, the whatever you put in your body goes to your gut, and that is your source feeding the other 2 brains, right? It's something to really think about. So then your last brain is your heart. This is where your intuition comes. Therefore, there are more neural pathways that run from the heart to the brain than the other direction. Okay. So your heart is your intuition. It's going to feel the feels in every situation that you're going into, right? Is this safe? Am I doing the right thing? Right? It's your intuition, feeling around another human being. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. Pouring goodness into your body, your mind, and your spirit is a foundation for protecting your energy, protecting your mental health, your mental wealth, and is an absolute key component to GEM. Generational emotional mapping really is profound. When you pour goodness in your body, you pour goodness in your soul, we help you get to the root of the issue, letting go of these emotions, and help you heal and live the powerful future that you want to, okay, that God intended you to do. So that all starts with the foundation, the health pyramid, right? So at the bottom is bottom. Do you get enough sleep? Sleep is profound in your mental health, the way you can react to people, your conscious decision-making skills, all of those things. Really, your brain works better if you get enough sleep. Okay. So how much sleep are you getting? How much sleep is enough for you? And then try to up that ante every night. Okay. The food, the next stage is the food that you eat. Are you getting enough antioxidants? Are you getting enough healthy fats? Are you getting enough good grains? Some of us have diet restriction. I have diet restrictions. I can't have gluten or dairy. So are you getting enough protein? Are you getting enough food for your brain and your gut? Okay. The next one is moving your body. Right now in our time, we sit at the computer more than we do anything else. Are you getting up about every 45 minutes, walking for 10 minutes? Are you doing yoga? Are you doing some stretches every 45 minutes to an hour? Set an alarm clock. If you have to be on Zoom or you're working from home still, I don't know when you're watching this in real time, okay? So even if you work in an office, go take a walk around your office every hour. It'll actually create your mind to work better. You'll be able to be more focused and more alert to complete your tasks for the rest of the day. 15 minutes of activity every single day routinely is going to help you keep in shape and help your mind, your gut, and your heart working for you. The next thing, our food is not the best as it used to be. So you really need to do supplements. Supplementation is key to your healthy brain, healthy heart, and healthy gut. Okay. So we have amazing vitamins. I use Holistic Wellness. I love doTERRA. I use these products all the time, every single day in my whole entire family, to support my family, to maintain mental health and emotional health as well as physical health. So you really need to look at those gut health things because, like I said, 90% of your serotonin is in your gut. Okay. Your happy stuff comes from your gut. So you really need to feed your gut. Treat your gut like your mom. Pour goodness into her and she will help your entire body, your entire vessel, stay well and stay focused. Okay. So that you do not have to do the above. The last one on this health pyramid is medical care. Okay. There is a time and a place for medical care, but if you do the bottom four, this top one will not be as profound and have to do as often. Okay. You're going to save a lot of money if you sleep, eat healthy, move your body, and supplement your food. These are some of the different antioxidants that are really good for memory and brain food. You really need to pour in antioxidants for your memory. Are you guys writing more sticky notes? Are you like, oh my gosh, I can't remember my kid had an appointment today. Oh my gosh, I forgot my kid at school, right? We have all these things going on in our mind, or we're worried we're going to forget our kids at school because we're so busy. Life happens fast every single day. I swear to goodness, I go to work and I'm like, holy cow, it's already 5 o'clock. Like, where did the day go, right? So turmeric, eating walnuts and blueberries throughout your day, having some really good green tea. These things are really good. At supper, have vegetables, have some raw or some just steamed vegetables. Eat organic fruit, okay? Real food. Make real food with your meals at least once a day. Even if you change 1%, 1% to the positive side over a year's time is profound. So what does that feel like if you do 1% less over a year every single day? We don't want to think about what would happen to our body if we did 1% less than we do now. So just think about if we up leveled 1%, ate even one meal a day that was really healthy, we made from scratch, not from a box, ate as a family. If we moved for 10 minutes a day when we don't actually move at all, we just changed 1%, our body and our mind will be able to react to the emotional stressors of our day a lot better. Next one is really being with nature. You guys, hugging trees. I know you guys might think I'm crazy, but hugging trees is a real thing. And this is me and my business partner, Amanda White. And she is a tree lover, and I am too. You guys, I was born in Washington State, so trees are in my core of love. So get out and be in nature. Put your feet in a creek. Go out with the trees. Listen to the wind. Put your feet in the dirt. Get sunshine on your shoulders. Seriously, is life changing, mood changing almost instantly. Okay. You cannot not smile when you're hugging a tree and people are looking at you funny. I'm just saying. Okay, so next is tapping and breath work. And I know there's a lot of things going on around now tapping, and you can tap out physical issues, emotional issues. You tap on trigger points, okay? There is a lot of videos on YouTube for tapping. There is groups on tapping. So check those out, okay? And breath work. You have your breath the moment you are born until the moment you leave this earth. It is free and is always with you, just like tapping. You can learn how to tap and learn how to tap in public without anybody even knowing what you're doing, okay? I can tap my fingers at my chair, at my office in real time and relax and center. I can use my breath in real time at my office and no one really knows what I'm doing, okay? So it's really profound. And we're going to show you a way to breathe and tap using kinesiology to learn how to really get tapped in for a G.E.M session next in the next slide, okay? So here is Amanda White and myself, and we are going to listen to this. Good afternoon. I am Shannon Morrison, and I'm here with the beautiful Amanda White, and we are going to show you how to get tapped in, how to muscle test when I say kinesiology, when we get tapped in to do a G.E.M session. So really quick, we're going to show you how this works. And Amanda and I already used our peppermint oil to get focused and tuned in just by doing that. That is our favorite oil to get focused. And so we're going to just briefly show you how we're going to muscle test and then how I and she get tapped in together. Okay, so Amanda, are you ready?
I am ready.
Yay, awesome. Okay, so what we're gonna do, and you can have your eyes open or your eyes closed, however you want to do. And we're gonna tap above our eyes, below our eyes, our chin, our thymus or our clavicle, and then we're last but not least, we're gonna do this, okay? With two acai breaths, where you breathe in your nose and then you put the tongue to the roof of your mouth and you just sigh it out, okay? So we're gonna bring in like this best sunny day from Arizona in our soul, and we're gonna let go of any tension, any negativity in our body when we sigh and let that breath out, okay? All right, so let's get started. We're gonna take a deep breath in, 2 breaths each station. 2 breaths in. So 1 breath in, we're gonna tap lightly on our above our eyes. Deep breath in, and then release it. Yeah, 1 more breath, deep breath in. Let that tension go. 2 breaths underneath your eyes. We're gonna tap gently underneath our eyes. Deep breath in, pouring in that light. And release. 1 more there. Okay, now for our chin. 2 breaths here. Awesome job. 1 more. And you might even feel your body going back and forth already, getting tapped in. So 2 breaths. We're going to put our tap on our clavicle now, or our thymus chakra. And release. 1 more deep breath in. Give it a little more love. We're going to do 1 more. All right, and the last stage is we're going to tap our pinkies together, kind of like fanning in front of our face. This is going to get our lymphatic system going. We're just going to take 2 deep breaths in, 1 at a time, of course. And then let it go. Relax your shoulders. Awesome job. And then we're going to just shake it off. We're going to shake whatever we have left in our hands, just shake off our body. Just shake it off however you see fit. Do a little dance, a little jig, and just shake it off. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to see, that was our tapping in, right? We tapped in. Do you feel relaxed?
I do, and I am tapped in. I know exactly what's happening inside of me right now.
Good deal. Good deal. Like I felt us like we were connected. So I know because I was rocking back and forth. So if you could see that, I was already rocking back and forth, right? Okay, so Amanda, it's just gonna be kind of weird. And this is the form of kinesiology that I use when I do a GEM session. And I normally ask you a question and I test for you normally, but I want to teach you how to test for yourself. This is really useful when you're in doing, what essential oil do I need to use? What if I'm in a crystal store, is this crystal going to help me in my energy of my goals or my aspirations right now? That kind of thing. So this is really going to help you in holistic wellness, opportunities to like just serve you and protecting your energy. So this is a great tool. So I'm going to out loud have you say, like, with authority, we know it's wrong, but it's okay. With authority, my name is Michelle. Be like, my name is Michelle.
Okay. My name is Michelle. Whoa. Not going to fight
Heels
it
or
that time.
toes? Heels or toes, Amanda? We all saw you move, but where did you feel the pressure?
Heels.
Heels. Okay, so now with authority, like you're in mountain pose, say, my name is Amanda.
My name is Amanda. Whoop.
Okay, so your yes is forward and your no is backwards. It was very evident. If you guys are watching this replay and this demo, it was very evident that she went backwards and very evident that she said yes or affirmed and came forward with yes, and she said no to backwards. So you can use this, Amanda, for any holistic practice that you're going to do. And you have a lot of tools in your toolbox. So maybe you're like, do I need Reiki right now? Do I need an essential oil to use my Palo Santo wood? Do I just need to sit in child's pose? Do I need to be in nature? You can do all these things. Is breathing going to help me? Do I need to tap this out right now, right? Your body and your subconscious will know what you need. It's already been written. 90% of what we do every single day is already written, and your body and your mind already knows. So you just ask it and it'll tell you. Thank you so much for doing this. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to message me personally and I will help you get tapped in doing your next GEM. Thank you so much. So that was profound. It was 6 minutes. You get tapped in. You learn how to test for yourself. You could even learn how to test for your kiddo or your foster or your person that is in your therapy office. What is it? Whatever you need this in your life or your professional life. This is how easy it is to get tapped in or to even test yourself for the things that you need to fill your cup. Okay, this is how easy it is. So now we're going to get into the process of GEM, generational emotional mapping, and this is going to explain why our emotional code is already written in our subconscious. Okay, so you instinctively process life's experience. This is how you process. So the first processing is it goes to your mind. So something happens, an occurrence happens, an event happens. It goes to your mind. I have to figure this out. Your heart goes straight to your heart then, and you start feeling overwhelmed. And then your gut is like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Then that creates a reaction, right? Your cortisol level raises, your emotions raise, your palm, my brain says, oh my gosh, I have a headache. I have head tension. Your heart is like, I am conflicted. I don't even know what to do. I don't know where to run. I don't know where to freeze. I don't know where to fight. I'm not really sure. And your stomach feels yucky, right? When this happens and you don't know how to process it, you don't know what to do, that is when the feeling of I am not good enough happens, because you are not choosing an action step to get you out of this experience and moving on out of it, right? So that feeling instantly goes to, I am not good enough. So healing from trauma, and we work on this all the time. I am a mother of 2 humans that have been through trauma. I personally have been through trauma. So our goal as parents, our goal as clinicians, our goal as foster parents, or even persons in helping others, right? If your goal is, I am going to pour into other humans, this is what we want to do. We want to help them, get them from where they are to where they want to be. We want to up level their energy, help them not be depressed, help them with their anxiety, right? No one can actually treat a war, rape, or abuse victim, right? The trauma has happened. What has already happened cannot be undone. All right. What we can change, what we can work on, what we can treat, what we can help and release and unleash is the imprint or the picture that your brain has taken connected to those incidences that is in the mind, the body, and the soul. Does that make sense? What can be dealt with, what can be treated, what can be unleashed and helped is that imprint on our body, mind, and soul. This is coming from The Body Keeps a Score. It is an amazing book. If you have not read it and you want to help people or help yourself, I would encourage you to read this book from front to back. It is amazing. I love every bit of this book. So this is profound in this G.E.M process, and it just really resonates with me to pour into the humans. I know that I have to help them with the emotion attached to the situation, right? And that is what G.E.M can do. So when you feel that unworthiness, when you feel like you don't have control and you don't have the decision making and you just sit there and you freeze or you fight and then things repeat over and over, right? It gets to your worthiness. So the key belief statements that really will help you up level that is saying these things or saying things like these belief statements or these mantras repetitively. Record yourself saying them. The biggest ones for me is I forgive myself for all my imperfect acts. You guys, no one is perfect. And the biggest person that we need to forgive, if we're in an event like myself, if you've gone through trauma, if you've gone through domestic violence, the biggest person you need to forgive is yourself. Okay. In my perspective, in my coaching, that is the biggest thing is I am a mom, I should have gotten out faster. I'm a mom, I should have done this. I am an adult, I should have known, right? But it all comes from how we were brought up, what happened to us as those distinct stages of life from 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 7 to 9, okay? And then above. Those things that happened in our life create dams in our energy field. What happens to the people above us, like your mother, your grandmother, your father, those are all things, baggage left from them that is also adopted in our energy and our DNA that stacks on top of our own stuff. Would you like to feel happier? Would you like to feel more connected? Would you like to feel empowered? Are you ready to take action? Are you ready to make your powerful future your reality? Have you created a dream board? Is your dream board coming into fruition? Are you creating these things to manifest, right? Are you moving the needle forward in business? Are you more connected to your kids or your family, right? How is your office setting? How do you feel in that situation? G.E.M can help you. If you're like, no, I'm not doing this. I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like I'm going in circles. I am emotionally not well. I am freezing every time life hits me sideways, right? G.E.M therapy is going to be a useful tool for you. G.E.M therapy is a personalized information gathering protocol that clears the emotional roadblocks of your subconscious, thereby assisting you to reach your full potential. So what G.E.M therapy does is it reaches basically in your subconscious. It creates a blueprint and a map into your emotional DNA, and it finds the emotion in the phase of your life that got stuck, where it got stuck, who is driving that stuckness, right? Who is driving that emotion? For something to be passed down from even your childhood to now and still be affecting you, it has to start from somewhere, and it has to have a driving factor, some sort of negative taste, right? Some sort of a negative thing had to happen to continue to have that affect you today. okay? And so you find those driving factors and you release them with an essential oil, a chakra that is sticking in, and the emotion that it is really sitting in your body. The emotions could be anything. You guys, essential oils, all of the essential oils that doTERRA has have emotions connected to them. They all have a vibration. Everything is energy. The light next to me is energy. My coffee is energy. My microphone is energy. This desk here has energy, right? Everything has a vibration. These essential oils from the earth have a vibration. And when you can smell them instantly, it attaches to that memory because it goes straight to your brain, to that imprint, right? That picture of that traumatic event, not necessarily the traumatic event, but the emotion that is attached to it, right? You then put that essential oil on a chakra point, that dam, right? That festering dam that is blocking your energy from flowing, and we release it with pouring an affirmation in, or pouring in good, releasing all those negative feelings, all those negative emotions that you tested for, just like in that demo session, right? We poured in the good, the bright light, the warm sun from Arizona, and we released all the negativity from today. And that is what G.E.M does. So step one is to test, right? We just saw how you muscle tested. You would just test on what the issue is. We would say yes or no to an issue that you came in with, whether it be pain, discomfort, or whether it be an emotional upheaval. Maybe you have neuropathy. Maybe you have right elbow pain, right? Most things come from emotions. It could just be, I am absolutely depressed. I am full of anxiety. I am afraid every single day if a man walks by me, right? So you muscle test, we test you on what that issue is. The next thing is you figure out what your intention is for this G.E.M session. If you relieve your, like in my case, I relieved my shoulder pain that I remembered having and since I was like 12 years old, right? That shoulder pain ended up creating me not to have feeling in my hands and I couldn't move my neck, right? So I felt like I was dying, right? I walked into that G.E.M session, we walked into this training, and by the end of my G.E.M session, relieving that 100%, I no longer had shoulder pain, okay? You guys, that was over 4 years ago, and I do not have that shoulder pain today. That is how profound this is. My pain was significant. I was taking more ibuprofen than I should have been. I was getting bloody noses and bruises all over. So my pain was distinct. My pain was overwhelming. It did not make me be a good mom or a good employee where I was working, okay? So step two is the intention. What was my desired outcome? Obviously, I was not gonna have pain in my situation, right? I did not want to have pain. I wanted to be able to go for long walks with my kids. I wanted to play. I wanted to climb. I wanted to do things. I wanted to sit at my desk all day long without having discomfort in my shoulders. That was my intention, right? Then you're going to calibrate how many generations it goes back. Where did it come from, right? Or how much energy does it take in a day? How much energy does it drain from you having this emotional upheaval or this discomfort or whatever it is that you are trying to get rid of? How much does it weigh you down? Or how many generations does it go back? This is all part of this protocol. It's really simple, but you've got to get to the root of the issue. And this is how we just dive in step by step, getting into your generational, emotional, basically your DNA code, right? It is like a blueprint. Step 4 is figuring out the phase in life that you absorb this negativity. There is 6 phases of life. These are what they are. You can believe how you believe they would be in real time. And I can tell you that I believe that this is what it is, right? So step 1 through 6, you can test and release emotions from all 6 phases, okay? Number 6 is people that did not resolve this before they passed on, before they died. And you're going to let that go for yourself, your children, and everybody above you that didn't resolve it, okay? It is absolutely profound, the ripple effect, the amount of humans that you can help with one session is absolutely mind-blowing to me, and it absolutely fills my soul with goodness every time I do a G.E.M session. Step 5 is who started this lie, basically. Who started this event to happen? Who started this negative misconception? And so you test for this. This is a muscle testing, right? Whether it's your universal family, your tribe, Universal family is like anybody that you could see at the zoo or at a wedding or anything like that. A tribe member would be somebody that might not be necessarily related to you, but you would invite them to your wedding. You would invite them to a backyard barbecue. You call them your family, but they're not related to you by your DNA, right? The next one is your family, mother, father, or both, right? Mother side, father side, or both, right? The next one is an individual. This is going to be much closer to you, much more, you're going to have more contact with these people. And this is where you can be involved because you absorb this negativity. And when we get to a certain age, even if we're kids, honestly, we get to a certain age, and this is what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, that was my mother coming out, right? We tend to teach the things we know. And this is where we can stop this, right? If we are also teaching this, we can stop teaching it to our kids or stop teaching it to our foster kids or the people that we work with every day, because it was not serving us, right? We can stop teaching what does not serve us in real time by getting to the bottom of who started this misconception. The next one's, like I said, is the factors that are driving it. There's always an evil or a factor driving a negativity that you cannot get over. So it's error of thought, negative emotions, negative words, lies, or evil, right? Evil is evil, like to do harm, right? It is what it is. So we release these, we figure out what is driving this negative emotion. What is stopping us from living our purpose? What is stopping us from creating what we want to create? Being the best mom we can be, being the best significant other or partner we can be, or the best sister, best daughter, right? What is stopping you? I know that you have a thought. If you are here and you're watching this and you got this course, there's a reason that you got this course and you want to up level where you are right now. And my job is to help you bridge a gap to get you from where you are right now to where you want to go. And getting to this deep rooted DNA is going to help you get there. So figure out what the factors are. And we do that with muscle testing. The next thing goes really fast. We figure out the essential oil. We figure out the emotions connected to that essential oil. And we figure out the chakra you need to use that essential oil on. We're going to smell that oil, put it on that chakra application. We're going to read the script, which is going to be the affirmation, that positive goodness pouring in, and then eventually calibrate it till you get to 100% clearing of that issue, that root issue that you came in with or you met me with in real time. So again, GEM therapy is a personalized information gathering protocol to clear emotional roadblocks that are in your subconscious, thereby assisting you to reach your full potential. What do you want to do? What is holding you back? GEM session is going to help you really release all those bogs, those weights, those bags, and get you from all of those heavy bags to taking your passport, getting in the driver's seat of your own life, of your own future. When you change the perception, you can change the pathology. What you think about, you guys, you bring about. If you constantly think about all these negative things, the trauma events in your life, if you think I can't, or you think I can, you will be right either way, right? So what you think about, what you put on your dream board, what you say out loud to yourself, what you put in front of you on the daily is going to be your reality. So if you can change those things, if you can up level what you pour goodness into your body, if you can sit and say those mantras that you saw in this webinar, if you can do belief statements or put goodness in front of you on your billboard or your bulletin board, if you will, on your phone wallpaper. Read those mantras, read those personal belief statements repetitively. You're going to want to get better. You're going to want to get your mind in order. And these are really good holistic ways to do that, okay? So the last thing we do in a GEM session, we figure out what your custom blend is. doTERRA essential oils are absolutely connected to this session because essential oils are imperative to release these emotions. You don't have to use essential oils. You can still do GEM without them. They just make a profound effect because they're going to attach to that emotion quicker. As soon as you smell the essential oil, within seconds, you're going to feel calmer, better, uplifted. Whatever that essential oil needs to do for you, it's going to happen because you tested for that essential oil, okay? We would maybe make a custom blend for you in a roller, and then I would send that to you. Or if you were in my office, you would get that right here before you even left, okay? So we talked a lot about kids, okay? So if you are a mother, if you are a foster parent, if you're a clinician and you work with kids, essential oils can be really, really profound, holistic approach to a lot of different things, okay? A lot of kids right now, so many kids are being diagnosed with ADHD. So many kids are being diagnosed with depression and ODD, opposite defiant disorder. I've worked in the mental health field for over 25 years, and I've seen the ramification of what medication does to people. I've also seen the ramifications of what this generational issues have getting passed down to generation, whether I work with the parents and then they have kids, right? And then those kids have kids. I see the generational situation going down, 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 right? So if we have these amazing tools like Brave to help the emotional state, Thinker to get focused, Tamer to help the digestive support, Steady to be able to sit in school and take a test, Calmer to be able to go to sleep at night, right? Rescuer to help those muscles from being sore, from clenching your teeth, from toothaches, to maybe they were in PE and they slipped and they skinned their knee and there's a little bit of discomfort there, to Stronger to boost your immunity. They have all the amazing oils ready to go in coconut oil, ready to use. They're beautiful. They have color cards to match the color and the emblem on there, whether it's for their body, their heart, or their brain. Okay, so they can figure out, oh my gosh, my brain hurts. Which oil do I want? Oh my gosh, my body needs some help. What do I need? Oh my gosh, my heart needs something. It's just beating and speeding and speeding. I can feel it. I can hear it. Which one do I want? Right? They can get really used to using essential oils as a holistic natural remedy that happens and it helps you within 26 seconds, which is in your bloodstream within 2 minutes, right? Would you rather something be in your bloodstream that's natural from the earth with no synthetic value, no additives, into your kiddos, the kids that you work with, or your family members within 2 minutes? Or if they have a headache, or they're having a temper tantrum, or they're sick to their stomach and have to wait an hour or 2 hours for it to work? You guys, I would take the 2 minutes. I would take the 26 seconds in my skin. I would take the 2 minutes in my bloodstream, right? These are natural products. There's nothing else. They're the pure, tested, great essential oils in the world, the #1 essential oil company in the world. And we have a lot of options for kiddos, okay? We did talk about gut health. And so in that is our probiotic. You guys, there's prebiotics and probiotics in here. It is a sachet. It tastes like a pixie stick. I'm not even gonna lie. I like them. I take them just they're just fun. I don't eat a lot of sugar, so I'm like, I need a sweet tooth here. We're gonna take a PB assist for the kids. IQ Omega, this liquid IQ Omega is amazing for really active boys, okay? It's really good for your brain health. This is why I put this other slide up here next to the brain. It's amazing for your brain health. If your kiddos young or in high school need to take a test, it helps them focus and helps with memory. Now, I know that we have vitamins for adults, but these are the chewables for kiddos, right? I have some kids that like to suck on them. I have some kids that like to chew them up, but they do taste a little bit like watermelon. They come in a set. So gut health is powerful for what? Your serotonin. If you take care of your gut, if you take care of your kid's gut, you're going to lower the chances of them getting eczema. You're going to lower the chances of them, raise the chances of them doing better in school, raise their test scores, possibly raise their awareness of where their body is and their self-regulation. And that's really what we want to do, right? We want to teach our kids to breathe, to tap, to pour goodness into their body, not eat crap, not eat the sugar, so they can self-regulate on their own at a young age. This other oil, we've had it for a long time, and it is really good for when you do have things like overactive brain and you can't sit still on the desk and you really need some extra support. Intune is amazing. It is undiluted. I would put it in at least 2 rollers for my kiddo. So I have one at home and I have one at school. Intune is amazing, powerful, patchoulis, ylang-ylangs, all those really flower oils to help calm the brain and the central nervous system, okay? These are profound for gut health, profound for being able to go to school, do well, or daycare, okay? Now, being a clinician, being a parent, being a foster parent, whomever you are watching this webinar in real time, you need to take care of you. You need to fill your cup for you to be able to fill other people's cup. So I put together this Relax and Renew for You collection. Adaptive is really, really good set of products that calms the GABA, calms your central nervous system, and allows you the capacity to take on your day a lot better if you struggle with having anxiousness. Okay. Copaiba, there is so many powerful things that Copaiba can do for our system, but Copaiba really helps every organ of our body. This is a soft gel. It does come in an oil as well, but basically there's 3 drops of Copaiba in every soft gel. And we talked about sleep. Okay, we talked about sleep being an issue to help our mental health be well, help our immunity be well, and our mind at the same time. So Serenity and Copaiba together are really good to get a good night's sleep. Or maybe you like Adaptive and Copaiba together. They're really powerful for sleep. And so together, this entire collection is going to help you with your mood. If you feel overwhelmed, if you need up level from maybe being really sad for a long period of time, this is going to help you get from where you are right now to living a better life, maybe even getting your life back. Okay. Have any questions? If you have questions, feel free to email me at myresilientwellness@gmail.com. Okay. If you're part of the Facebook group, messenger me. I will be happy to answer any questions that you guys have regarding the holistic options or regarding getting your own personal GEM session. Okay. These are the reference books that I talked about. Feelings Buried Never Die by Carol Trueman. It is a thicker book. It might even be on Audible right now. I don't know. I have the real version, so I could like highlight and write notes and all the goodness. I've had it for years. The Body Keeps a Score is by Bessel van der Kolk. He's a medical doctor. He is really good. He talks about different therapies and different things that he did and different things that he learned throughout his work, and has really, really good golden nuggets in there to help you. And then lastly, the Generational Emotional Mapping book is where I get the protocol from. And it is Reprogram the Subconscious with Essential Oils, and that written by Joyce Turkington. Again, my name is Shannon Morrison. My mission is to empower people that have come through trauma truly heal by releasing the negative emotions holding them back so you can live your purpose. I will be walking with you in this journey. I want to really help you build a bridge from where you are right now to where you want to go, because my journey was over 10 years and I really want to shorten that for you. So you guys get in contact with me. My website is my-rw.com, and you can book your own GEM session or ask me questions or email me through there as well. I hope you enjoyed this webinar and you guys have an amazing, amazing day. Thank you so much.